Hi everyone and welcome to MotorLAT's Beatrice sector, which is a space where I'm going to answer your questions and I'm going to make predictions as well. So through the hashtag #BeatriceMotorLAT on Twitter, I have collected all of your questions and let's just get started. So Ben is asking me, talks Kubica will return in 2018. Is this fair when so many young talent are awaiting their turn in Formula One? Well, to me it is, because Formula One, as many people have forgotten, is the pinnacle of motorsports. So it has to be the category where the best talent is expressing itself. And Kubica is a huge talent that motorsports have been missing throughout these recent years due to his accidents and physical problems. So a return would be very welcome for Formula One, and it is fair because many other drivers, there is this huge tendency of young drivers coming to Formula One or anyway other important categories at an early age, which is a bit too premature for me. They are rushing it too much, just like Lance Stroll's example or Max Verstappen. In some cases, just like in Max's case, it might be a great move because the driver is a huge talent and he has a lot to learn, but the talent is there. But in other cases, just like Lance Stroll, he's not mature yet. He needs to educate himself in driving as well as maturity. He has to acquire a lot of knowledge. So I would prefer seeing Robert Kubica, who is a huge talent and a very experienced driver anyway, rather than a young driver who still has to learn and just he has to earn his seat. He has to be deserving of a Formula One seat, and many times in these recent years it's not happening quite. So I think that drivers like Lando Norris, who will come in Formula One in a short span of time, still has to wait and be bred once more. So I think that the drivers like Robert Kubica deserve Formula One more than others at the moment, and definitely I agree with Nico Rosberg pushing for his return, and I cannot wait to see how it further develops. So Andy is asking me, is there a possibility for Alonso to go to the Indy 500 next season, even if McLaren is going to use Renault engines? I think that due to the fact that they are moving and sticking with Renault, it is more likely for McLaren to let Fernando explore other options for Indy 500 or the Le Mans 24 hours, and at the moment it seems to be more likely the latter option. So Fernando is looking for probably a seat in the Le Mans 24 hours, and the latest rumors are actually saying and linking Fernando to Toyota, which is not a brilliant move, and it actually confirms why Eric Boullier and Zach Brown have been like in the Le Mans 24 hours paddock this year, and it might be very constructive for a future move for Fernando in 2018 in the WEC. So probably the Indy 500 is not so likely at the moment for next year, but definitely Fernando is going to be making other attempts maybe in the future. Richard is asking me, do you think the Toro Rosso Honda agreement means they will end up at the back of the grid next season? Pretty much. I think that the Honda power unit is not at a very advanced state of development at the moment. This is why McLaren decided, along with many other reasons, to quit and stick with Renault. I think that Toro Rosso will be the Toro Rosso and Honda partnership will be very productive, because Honda is going to develop with a small team and they're going to improve definitely, but I don't think that next year they're going to be strong at all. Their target of the top 3 is very, very bold, and I think they will be, if not at the back of the grid, they're going to beat midfielders just like that. And then Simon is asking me, Red Bull are rumored to be either using Honda engines or being bought outright by Porsche. Your thoughts? Actually, as many rumors have been stating in the last 3 years, Red Bull wanted to use Honda engines since 2015, but Ron Dennis actually blocked this move by making McLaren sign an exclusive deal with Honda just to have the exclusive product. And now that they are basically free, I think that Red Bull is going to stick with Honda powered units from 2019. But the Porsche move might be rather linked to McLaren from 2021 on, because there is the option for them to build their own engines or to just involve another constructor like Porsche. So probably I think that Porsche will be linked better with McLaren, and Red Bull might be sticking with Honda finally, since it's their long time desire, it appears to be. And then probably Red Bull are going to involve Aston Martin, which is a very highly rumoured move, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. But definitely Honda is closer to Red Bull than Porsche is. And now we are done with the questions, and I'm going to make quick predictions for the Singapore Grand Prix. I think that for victory, the most favourite driver is, of course, Sebastian Vettel. On Singapore Grand Prix, at the Singapore Grand Prix and on city circuits, of course, the poleman is the absolute favourite for the race win, and I think he will come out on top, while on the podium probably we're going to see the two Red Bulls as well, because I think that they are really, really strong. Their pace is just great and much better than Mercedes pace. So I think we're going to see a nice battle between Vettel and the two Red Bulls. It's going to be very close, and I think that Max Verstappen probably at the start he's going to make an attempt to overtake him, even though it will be very, very difficult from the second slot. So we'll see a red and blue podium, in my opinion. Also, Daniel will be very strong, and probably he will make attempts to at the start, but nothing really effective if he doesn't come out with a huge move, with a nice move and very competitive approach. But we'll see. Other predictions I can make are about Mercedes. Probably they're going to struggle, as they showcased yesterday, and probably one of the two Mercedes will overtake Kimi Raikkonen, but we'll see if they're going to make something with the strategy with undercuts. One stop is expected, not more than one, I think. And then we are going to see in the top 10 a nice fight between Nico Hülkenberg and the two McLarens, which is going to be very good. But definitely for the midfield, more than the 7th position is not possible in Singapore unless high drama is going to happen. Of course, it's going to be an eventful race. One safety car is going to come out for sure, probably at the start. So this is a factor we should not neglect. And in fact, I'm really curious about the dynamics of the accidents on this track. And yes, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But again, overtaking is very difficult here. So probably the position will be frozen pretty much like the starting grid. So we'll see. And what are your predictions, guys? I'm very curious about your opinions on these results, and probably I think that you will agree with me on Sebastian Vettel's winning chances. So we'll see, and I'll see you soon, guys, tomorrow with the top 5 alt moments of the Singapore Grand Prix, where I'm going to basically make a list of 5 moments which will be worthy of being mentioned, 5 things that I found surprising and very, very exciting. So we'll see how this Grand Prix goes. See you soon.